It's my pleasure to be here. No problem. Sounds good.
Well, my first question to you, Gabriel, first of all, let's talk about the good. You're 20-0, 7 knockouts. You have an unblemished record. How confident are you going into Friday's fight with the tough opponent and Luis?
Super confident. As confident as I feel like this is going to be another knockout added to my record. We trained really hard for this fight, and we prepared really well. And man, just the training was a little longer than we expected because we were supposed to fight on the Tyson Fury card, and that got postponed. And so we got on this card, and we took a positive out of a negative for sure. It helped, and we only improved within that time in sparring. I'm talking about their sparring partners no longer to even continue just because the injuries and all that. And it was just real good to see my improvement, and it made me feel that much more confident coming into this fight. He's a tough opponent, but the best of him comes, and he comes confident, and he comes ready to fight and wanting to win. I feel like that just only puts him in more danger for me because that's when I do my best. But I feel like when rounds go on, I'm gonna take the heart from him. Yeah, he's gonna go downhill after that, and then he's gonna just only be trying to survive the fight.
Your trainer is your father, Gabriel Sr.
Correct.
How is it? Who is also a fighter himself? How is it having your father as your trainer, and what kind of inspiration do you draw from him?
It's a blessing and an advantage for sure, because nobody knows me better than my father, and we're always on the same page. We're trying to go to the same destination, and it makes it that much easier. And we understand what we got to do to get there. So me and my father click like no tomorrow, and it only makes it that much better that he's a fanatic on this. He's always learning himself, just as I am. And he's a very hard worker.
That's good to know, as is his son. Now, another thing, you're from Stockton, which is exciting. Obviously, that's what we cover in our market. How does it feel to represent the 209? And is Stockton something you carry with you? I know you live in Vegas now, but do you continue to carry on Stockton with you? And how happy are you to represent it?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Stockton. Never lived anywhere else except for Vegas when I turned 19. And I carry Stockton every day. I got a lot to do still. And every victory in that ring is for me, my family, and the city. Every time I win, the city wins. And they show tremendous support. And I'm very thankful and grateful for it. And they want nothing more as I don't. I want that just as much for another fight in Stockton. And, so we got to perform like no tomorrow come Friday night to get that. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
You said you have to perform like there's no tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier in this, you do have an unblemished record, unlike your opponent. How much pressure do you feel going into this to not just stay undefeated, but to also, obviously leave your mark on Lopez?
Zero. This is what I was made to do. I'm destined to do this. So I know where I'm headed. I put on the hours, all the work in. So I envisioned the outcome already, and all I got to do is go in there and do it. Other people like me, believe in my team, believe in everything we do, because everything we do is strategic. Every move is made precisely, so I feel no pressure. I feel amazing. I feel blessed and grateful to be here, so I'm going to make the most out of it, and it's going to be a great fight to watch, mostly because the performance I put on.
I love it. Well, obviously the 209 and everyone will be cheering for you as you enter the ring on Friday. Another thing I want to ask you real quick, and you can correct me if I saw this wrong as well, but I saw that you were quoted as saying that Roy Jones Jr. is your favorite boxer. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, as we all know, Roy can be a little bit of a showboater sometimes. What kinds of inspiration or influence do you draw from Roy, and how do you see him and yourself?
Everything, inspired me about Roy, the showboat and all that. Because this boxing, it's a sport, but it's a business too. Ain't nobody gonna know you if you can't put, people in those seats. And that's what really counts, as well as your skills. So that's what I tend to do. is really get everybody in their seats, as I did in Stockton, and I believe I will continue to do in other places. We're just only expanding more and more, and the confidence level for sure from Roy is something I attached to, something I had always as a young kid. He just had so fluent, feels so comfortable in there, and then that's how I feel always in the ring, comfortable. Like I'm in my own world, like I'm on the playground doing whatever I want to do, freestyling it. You know, like I said, everything is planned beforehand, but it just feels so natural when I'm doing it.
Those are all the questions I have. Is there anything that you want to add that I did not ask you, or anything that you feel you want people to know about this?
Like it was perfect interview so far. You know, everything went well.
Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your time. And, you know, we'll definitely be in touch with you in the near future. Good luck on Friday.